What's up, gang? You'll hear it is early on a Saturday morning. I think this is week 7 as far as my work from home. I guess we're not really in a lockdown anymore, but 7th week of working from home. I haven't really been out of the house much. My local hobby shop in Missouri, which is Hobbytown, USA, opened up, so a lot of us went there on opening day to try and show support to help them stay on their feet or whatnot. And I wanted to do something to try and help, plus it was something I kind of wanted anyway, so I went ahead and picked it up. And this is a E-flite UMX turbo timber. It is a bind and fly foam airplane, but it's got a lot of the features that a larger airplane would have. It also has some gyro technology and stuff built in, which makes it really easy for beginners. And for myself, I haven't flown airplanes in a long time, so it definitely helped me get my wings back, or get my legs back, so to speak. But what I've really found, I'm really glad I bought this, is because this plane really helps me deal with stress. So it's tough. I don't know, working from home is new for me, but you can't really get away from the stress of your job when you're at home, because obviously this shop is where I live and hang out, and this is also where I work. So stressful situations, I can't really get away, since this is usually my kind of getaway spot. Anyway, it's hard to explain, but I get, the stress is hard to deal with when you're at home. So this little guy allows me to basically just get outside in the yard, and that allows me to focus for a few minutes and gets my mind off of work and things like that. And I've found I've really enjoyed flying this. So let's go take this little guy for a flight. So you can see it's got gyros, has stability, kind of like a drone. So the ailerons and everything it's actually kind of off right now. I'll show you. The plane will try to auto right itself. So it allows you to only bank so far. And if you let off the sticks, it puts it into level flight, kind of like quadcopter in Addy hold. But I found it's been really, you can fly this little bitty tiny foam plane in decent wind, and I don't know, it's very relaxing to fly. It's got flaps, 2 positions, so you can really get this thing down in the low speed. We'll try to do some slow speed passes. I have no idea how this is going to shoot on a GoPro, but we'll try. So I'm going to put the flaps in mid. We'll get some throttle. Just hand launch. And this little guy just flies so nice. It's such a great little plane. It's 139 bucks. It's just a great flying little plane. Super easy. For someone who's never flown before, I think you could take this out and have good success with it right out of the box. But I love it because I can fly around my yard here. It just flies so awesome. Just glides. And then this is what they call this safe mode, right? So you can only bank it so far. They'll only let you bank that far. It won't let you go inverted. You can only pull up that hard. So it's hard to stall it. And it just keeps you out of trouble if you're a beginner. Lets you just focus on where you're headed, not crashing into stuff. And the good thing about this little guy, the turbo timber, it's got a 3-blade prop, and it's got tons of thrust. So if you get out of trouble, I mean, and you can bank and yank if you want to. Just take it out of that beginner mode. But it is hard to fly in wind in this mode, because you're fighting it a lot. It's a very small plane. So when I'm just cruising around, I keep it in that mode, and it's just really enjoyable. This is a great way to de-stress at work. Get out here, fly a couple packs, and if you're just floating around like I'm doing right here, I'm getting like 8 to 9 minute flights. So perfect for a 15-minute break. Fly a battery pack or two. Anyway, I know you guys don't watch my channel for airplanes and stuff, but for someone like me who kind of crosses, you know, who does all the RC disciplines, this is it's a great kind of midway. Look at that thing kind of sitting still with the flaps down. I even crashed it once. When I first flew it, I was flying in much too close quarters of an area. I didn't really know how much control I had, and I did bang it into my house because I just didn't know how sharp I could turn it. So I figured that out. Didn't hurt it though. Knocked some paint off the nose cone, but she flies good still. He's almost flying backwards. I just think this thing's awesome for 140 bucks. It's got so much technology built into it too. It's a very old traditional looking airplane, but it's got lots of new technology. You can hear the servos just chattering. It's because those gyros are keeping whoa, that was weird. Got a weird updraft. The servos are keeping her on a level. So watch this. I'll pull it up and I'll just let off. It just levels out. I'll bank left. It's kind of like attitude hold. It just, if you get disoriented or whatever, just let off and it'll level out and then give you a little time to figure out which way you're going. Driving cars is fun, but there's something more relaxing about this. There's some weird wind over here. Forgot to set my timer, so I have no idea how long I've been up. The wind's picking up. Anyway, I will go on an approach here and look at that thing just sitting there in the sky. This is not my preferred orientation for landing. Getting some pretty vicious headwind. There we go. Anyway, I think this is awesome. This thing is awesome. UMX turbo timber. Flies really well. Batteries are cheap, $8 for a battery. It's just a good time. Don't have to wander off to a flying field, which I like. Has really helped my stress level. I am a lot less frazzled at the end of the day, having a few flights of this under my belt. Show you guys the electronics. 3400 kV outrunner, and then it's an all-in-one ESC, gyro, linear servos in the wing, and then servos on there for the elevator and rudder. But yeah, it's made of styrofoam, but it's so light, unless you hit something hard, it's gonna be fine. Also has nice lights on it and stuff. I flew it in low light the other night. It was nice. Appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe. And I'll keep trying to bring you some cool RC content. Catch you later.